Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we are flipping through Mad Magazine number 414, released February 2002, cover price $2.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That is the best way that you can support this YouTube channel. I'm currently at 723 subscribers. Well, we're trying to make it to 750 subscribers by Christmas. Yes, December 25th, the birthday of little baby Jesus, our Lord and Savior. And I can only do that if you guys hit like, hit subscribe, and leave comments down below. If you have already done that, you want to support me in another way, you think that what I do is worth anything more than that, patreon.com/flippinthrough. The link is down in the description. What do you get? You get, let me show you what you get. Ah, damn it. It's been so long since that's happened. I rested on my laurels. You get, give me $5, you get this awesome set of buttons, signatures of Harvey Kurtzman, Jack Davis, Wallace Wood, Will Elder, and of course, thrown in for funsies, the Mad Hex. You give me any amount of money, and I'm going to send you a sick set of stickers. These stickers, or right there. So please consider doing that. These are the people that I get to thank for their support on Patreon right now. Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Misamo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope that I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get here. We don't want to hear me or look at me. Psych, you have to look at me. That is part of the deal, okay? It's a fetish for me. What can I say? Listen, this issue, this thing is thick. This thing is thick. Listen to this. You hear that? That is a full Mad magazine. Here we have, I do want to talk about, well, no, I'll talk about it last of all. No, I'll talk about it first of all, is this. Right here. Look at that beautiful Norman Mingle. Wait a second. What's that on his lip? What's that glimmering tooth? What's this? Is that an advertisement? Oh, that's right. It's Ad Alert. Ad Alert is back. We're back at this time period in Mad Magazine. The ads suck, you guys. But this is actually a pretty good issue of Mad Magazine. Here we have somebody, I guess the president, as it says in the balloon, as president, I urge all Americans to go about their normal lives. This is reminiscent of a few Mad covers where you would have a president speaking and then Alfred E. Neuman looking like that. Uh-oh. Ah. There we go. Ad alert. Oh, bummer. All right. Second one we've had so far. And we just opened the issue. Oh. Ad alert. What a bummer. Again, another ad alert. One thing, I mean, this is, I don't like the pictures of children in Mad Magazine, but what I do like is pictures of pumpkins in Mad Magazine. And I like this. I miss this. I wish I had a Mad pumpkin stencil. I think that would be pretty cool. If you guys carve some Mad pumpkins, send them in. Send in the DMs. I'll post them since we can't send them into Mad Magazine anymore. Oh, geez, Louise. What is that? 3? Wait, 4 already? I'm going to take the tallies. Okay. And then here, there's only one letter that I really wish to look at. Oh, I should say this. If you guys, let me know how my mic sounds. Somebody who said my mic sucks. They said, you need a lav mic. And I said, I have a lav mic. And then They're like, yeah, well, it sucks. I think I fixed it. Let me know how the sound is, guys. I'm trying my best, okay? I thought it'd be cool to not have a giant microphone. Maybe I was wrong. Anyway, Harper's and Carper's. I have a subscription, and I received your magazine on the same day as I get Harper's magazine. Is this a conscious effort on the part of MAD to make your product seem even less intellectual? Jake Sheps, Netherland, Colorado. Less than Jake. No, when we consciously want MAD to appear less intellectual, we print stupid letters from morons. Moron. Ed. There you go. Let's get, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. Oh, and of course, Mad Mumblies at madmag.com, where they would print like people's usernames or email addresses. It's fantastic. The year was 2002, and America's Most Wanted was somehow still on the air. I don't know if you know the story. Who is this? Was it Jan Wash? What was his name? Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. That totally stuck up on me. John Walsh, that's what it was. John Walsh, whose son was kidnapped, and he is this cynical? He turned it into a career. I'm afraid that is cynical. Obviously, I think America's Most Wanted actually did help a lot of families and a lot of people and catch a lot of bad guys, but I don't know. I think I was cynical. I think I'm going to edit that out. Anyway, yeah, it was an interesting show. They would just talk about crimes and stuff, and then they would give like the FBI's top 10 most wanted. It was strange. This part is my favorite thing in the magazine, and that is the sketch artist renderings. You know what? If I ever get Tom Richmond, if I ever hire Tom Richmond to do like a portrait of me, I want him to do it like this. Either like a sketch artist does it, or maybe like a courtroom artist, where I want him to draw it on that brown paper with like chalk or charcoal and pastels. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? That's what I want. That's what I want from Tom Richmond. I'm going to hire him. Anyway, I have to tilt this. I'm still trying to figure out the lighting situation. I got a polarized filter, and it's not really working. Here we have, what do we have right here? Some John Caldwell, some less than subtle indications that your fairy tale romance isn't going to have a happy ending. And John Caldwell's the man. And I hope that you understand that even before we start reading this. He compares your every move to his mother, including French kissing. Strong start. Romantic candlelit dinners are beginning to not work out, what with her being a one-woman crusader to bring binge and purge eating disorders out from dank, filthy toilet stalls and into the open. Ah, I like this one. He drags you to a less than appropriate setting to spring one of those surprise public marriage proposals. Amy, will you marry me? Look at that. Look at that butt. Amongst his proudest possessions is a scrapbook full of old restraining orders. His plans for a romantic weekend getaway always began with a piece of cardboard and a felt tip marker. That does sound like a fun time. That sounds like an adventure. I don't know. I think that I don't know. I think that's kind of sweet, to be honest. Here we have, I'm going to be on, like, it's kind of a bummer when I do these because half of my like review of this era of Mad Magazine is me just talking about all the things that I missed or that I miss from childhood. 2002, I was in high school. These were the albums that people were playing at school dances, playing in cars as we cruised around the streets of Minneapolis. It was a wonderful time. And none of this is funny, okay? It's funny when they make fun of other generations' things, not when they make fun of my generation's things. But here we go. Janet all for you. Number 7 in a surgical series. Flip all her album covers and watch her face morph. Yeah, that whole family is kind of screwed up, isn't it? They all look kind of goofy. Um, yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say about this except that these albums ruled. Okay, that's why they're getting made fun of and mad because they all ruled. Here we have Tales from the Duck Side. And if you think I'm moving too fast, remember, you can always hit pause. Tales from the Duck Side, a toll of 2 cities. Entering Canada, pay toll. This, if I ever drive up to Nova Scotia to visit old Kyle Bridget, I think this might be my experience. So he pulls up to the toll, throws the change, it gets hit back. And it's a goalie, it's a hockey goalie knocking it back. You tried to get it through the 5-hole, you were shut down. Sorry, this goalie doesn't let anything through. I know 2002 was actually a long time ago, like 20 years ago. But 20 years ago, I guess they were still doing tolls, pay tolls, right? You would use cash. It was predominantly cash at that time. Okay, so I guess maybe toll booth humor still works. All right, I take it back. I was going to make a criticism, but I was wrong. I was wrong to do that. By now, you've all heard about how Britney Spears wrote a best-selling, semi-autobiographical adult novel entitled A Mother's Gift. Not adult. Oh my God. I'm going to start over. A semi-autobiographical young adult novel entitled A Mother's Gift. You probably also heard about how Justin Timberlake of NSYNC is working on a young adult novel called Crossover Dribble. Well, here's what we can expect when other teen idols jump on the young adult novel bandwagon. Here's Eminem's Motor City Mama's Boy. That's fun. That's fun writing. Take on the Motor City Madman. Who was it? The dude. Cat Scratch Fever. Why can't I think of his name? Here's Carson Daly. Countdown to Disaster by Carson Daly. Famously, Total Request Live, where he would count down the top 10 songs. I Know Who You Did last summer. Melissa Joan Hart. Sabrina Goodwitch is the best lifeguard in Malibu. That is, until a more jiggly lifeguard named Buffy. Buffy Pillows steals her boyfriend by giving him mouth to mouth. And here we have my favorite. Are you there, God? It's me, B-Lo, and it's J-Lo. Wrapped up in toilet paper? I don't give a shit. It's an awesome illustration because it's Herman Mejia. And that dude frickin' rules. Here we have Monroe and the Youth Job Expo. You guys know I love Monroe, and I want to go over this in the issue, but on the Potter CB podcast, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get podcasts, Kyle Bridge and I, we're going through every single episode, every single, what is that, installment of Monroe and talking about it. So now on these, I skip it. I'm sorry. As much as I hate to skip it, I must. And so we are going to move on. Don't let the terrorists win. Now, you might think this is an advertisement, but it is not. This is a house ad. And house ads are allowed in Mad Magazine. It does not get the ad alert. Oh, here we have Harry Potter missing dialogue. Captions. It's captioning movie screenshots, and they're like really low res movie screenshot. They're like off a VHS tape. It's not good. I'm going to be honest. It's not very good at all. So I'm going to turn the page. I'm sorry. This though, this is cool. This is like a fun concept. I don't know, maybe Peter Kuper was sitting at his drawing table and he didn't have any ideas. And so he hit this up. I think it works. I think it's really great. the white spy's in there drawing this hilarious cartoon where the black spy dies. Um, he, goes and turns in. The black spy comes, and he is so vain that he can't even lose uh, in this picture, this cartoon, this silly comic book. So he starts switching the color of the spies in it, but he mixes it, and it doesn't say white and black. It says white nitro and black glycerin, and he blows himself up. But that beautiful artwork is gone too. I don't know. I guess the real art were the spies we killed along the way. Oh, you thought that you didn't have enough toll booth humor in this issue? Well, here's some more toll booth humor. For whom the booth tolls. I've been interviewing prospective toll booth collectors for over 20 years, and I've never, ever seen anyone with your qualifications. You're what we call a natural. You got the job. Thanks. And he has big old hands. I guess when you're given a topic like toll booth humor, like how far can you take that, really? I'd like to see you guys do better toll booth humor than old Duck Edwing. Oh, there we go. Ad alert. It is an ad for Stance magazine? I don't know. And you get a card to send in, but I ripped it out. I don't know if I sent it in or not. 2001, the year in film. They've been doing this for so long, and it's kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. I do like this. My First Mister. Is that because she was a lesbian? Or is she a lesbian? Or maybe she's like both. She's bisexual or something. Miss Congeniality. That movie was a classic, starring Sandra Bullock. And that's Lady from You're the Weakest Link. Goodbye. I have no idea who this man is. Monsters Inc. Ooh, political humor. Too bad the CIA trained him. Planet of the Apes. Vince McMahon. That dude's the shit. That guy's like still. He's like 80 years old and he's huge still. He's taking so many drugs. I don't know this one. America's Sweethearts. Is this something like, is this a sad story or a gross story? Leave a comment down below. Heist, and then of course, The Mummy Returns. They're pretty good. That's a pretty good humorous thing. What is that, gag? And here we have celebrity cause of death, betting odds, Michael Jordan. And it's really fitting, I think, that it's betting odds for Michael Jordan's death because he is a famous gambling, degenerate gambler. So hugged to death by Nike CEO Phil Knight, overjoyed at his coming back, odds 2-1. Strangled by barroom wiseass who bet his life savings that MJ won't come back ever and now has to pay up, 4-1. Skull fracture after slipping on own drool from always sticking tongue out while playing, 7-1. Where is it? Flies into fatal rage upon learning of new sports drink made just for him to endorse, Prune Gatorade. Huh? Car wreck during parade to celebrate his leading the Washington Wizards to an NBA championship. 22 trillion. Wait, 22,876,997,000 to 1. Not good odds. And a mad look at Monsters Inc. I know. Some people have pointed out that like it's possible that these aren't ads. It's possible that like Star Wars, but Star Wars is such a big cultural thing. There was like a mad look at Star Wars, of course. And that felt different because it didn't coincide with the release of Star Wars. That's why it feels different to me. Um, I think it's like it's fine. These are decent, but to me, there's just a difference. That's how I feel. You might not agree, but if you don't agree, I don't know. Start your own #1 Mad Magazine news review and channel. um, there can be only one. Anyway, Only in Hollywood. This is by artist, what is the name? Bob Stake. And I want to look at this because he actually had another one where it was like second by second of a being stuck in traffic or something. And I just blew by it because I was like quantity over quality, too much reading. And I want to give him like a fair shake with his artistry. So only in Hollywood do producers discover talented comics who spent years honing their joke writing skills and place them in sucky sitcoms written by talentless hacks. I like his style. It's like pretty different. Only in Hollywood can your bag of phony excuses for being late for work include getting caught behind a slow speed freeway chase. Only in Hollywood can studios spend countless hours, dollars, and workers to ensure that every stroke of makeup and thread of costume is just right, but let dozens of plot holes and factual inaccuracies slide in the name of the creative license. And finally, only in Hollywood does somebody send a condolences card to a friend whose family perished in a mudslide and take the opportunity to enclose her latest screenplay. Did that really happen? I couldn't imagine somebody being that gauche as to do that. But people are gauche, aren't they? Yes, indeed. Um, eh, Angelo Torres, you know, playing second fiddle to Tom Richmond, doing Ed in like the very classic kind of mad satire. And I really do like that. I like that they had the new blood come in and you still had the classic style going on with these mad, the mad TV and movie parodies. I think that's why Tom Richmond became such a big part of Mad, aside from talent. But it's like there seemed to be a passing of the torch. And I think I've pointed out that when you had, like, in other respects, a lot of artists leaving, and yes, artists taking their place, but not taking their place in terms of stature. Why? I don't know. I guess probably like a bunch of things, like, the artists whose place they were taking were at Mad during the zenith of the magazine. So of course they were such a big name, such a big part of it. But I don't know. I think they could have done better with like passing the torch outside of like the Tom Richmond torch passing, which I don't know. I might just be looking too much into. What goes down must come up. Look at this classic Tom Bunk. Boy, there are a lot of people named Tom in Mad Magazine. There's Parfait. The bar shoots up and shoots down. I love this though, how he like, I gotta zoom in on this because he really sells this well. So you see him getting nauseated. He barfs down, then it shoots up and it's splashing off of the ceiling and like kind of curving up. And and it's splashing down, but then also it's dripping down from the top and then splashing the opposite direction up from where it's impacting. And there they are. Cool. That's horrible. I love that though. Imagine, this is written by Michael Gallagher. Imagine being a genius like Michael Gallagher and writing that. Holy smokes. Uh-oh. Yes, ad alert. I lost track. I stopped counting. You will notice that this fold-in is not folded in because I am not a monster. You'll also notice that this is an issue that I had as a high schooler in the year 2002. My personal collection of Mad magazines. With that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Toodaloo.